Hey listeners, you're listening to the Midnight Readers podcast. Grab some tea, a midnight snack, and cuddle up in bed as we dive deep into today's most popular fantasy, sci-fi, and mysteries. We're your hosts. I'm Lily.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Christy.
This season we'll be discussing the paranormal romance with political intrigue, mystery, and an Omega-verse flair. That's right, grab your future husbands-to-be. We're headed to Bride's Alt-America Wear territory.
A marriage built on blood is strategy. A marriage forged in blood is diplomacy. But love is choosing the terrifying warlord in this podcast because they're both ridiculously fluffy. Calling all majestic fluffballs, this is your season.
In this episode, we'll be discussing Book 1, Bride, chapters 16 through 24, where we get some really steamy sessions, learn that maybe Lowe and Misery are incompatible, and make some headway on the unraveling mystery of Anna and Serena.
Before we get into it, this is your warning for major spoilers ahead. This includes both Bride and Mate, any interviews with the author, and online fan discussions. We're also fans of the Moss universe and might accidentally let spoilers slip for other popular romantasy book series as well. Starting in advance, like the books, this podcast is rated R, so be warned.
Also, a friendly reminder to please like, subscribe, and follow. You can find us on Instagram, Threads, Facebook, and YouTube. You can also join our growing community on Patreon for bonus content and more.
Well, last we left off, Lowe and Misery were kind of stuck in Emery's home. They, in potential enemy territory, Lowe and Misery have this kind of mission between themselves that they're going to have to sneak around and see if they can find any information in Emery's home. And we left off of them having like a chat between themselves in their shared bedroom about how Lowe says that his mate does not know who she is to him, and Misery thinks that that's a bad idea. She doesn't understand his feelings on the matter. I will say before I get into this section, there are so many steamy scenes in this section that I felt like I don't even know. I was forgetting the plot. I was like, wait, what's going on? I forgot what notes are. Like, what is the summary?
I think I asked last week for, like, more steam, and this section definitely delivered on that.
It sure did. And personally, I'm perfectly fine with that. But, go ahead, Brittany. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I still think there should be a little bit more tension in the plot, and maybe this section would have been the better section to kind of expose her. Because, like I said, the romance did pick up on the steam and the tension between the two main characters. So if you can lessen the tension on the plot in this, because you're up in the tension in the romance department. But yeah, definitely. I know this book was written before I said all that, but she did listen to me and yeah.
I will say that there were times during this section where I was like, okay, why doesn't she know yet?
Yeah.
Misery should have figured out by now what's going on.
To be fair, in Misery's defense, even at the point where she finally connected it and was like, oh shit, I'm his mate. Had you not told me last week, I would have been shocked by that statement. Like, what?
I was about to say,
you'd have been like, huh?
Aren't you the one who's always like, why didn't they figure this out sooner?
Yeah.
I've never said that. Never.
You're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, there were moments during this, especially this section, where I was like, how does she not get it? And Misery's smart. You know, like
she's brilliant.
She's smart, but she takes him at face value. And so when he tells her and keeps it, he doesn't actually tell her really, but he does it in a way that makes it seem like he is agreeing that other person is his mate.
Yeah. And I think last week I may have been a little grouchy about it. But last week, I said something along the lines of like, well, it might have been the first episode. I don't remember. But I said something along the lines of Misery takes things, or she experiences things differently because she doesn't really understand emotions and she takes things very flat. Like she even doesn't understand her own emotions sometimes. And I think this section reinforced that for me.
You know how I feel like she takes them almost, is I almost feel like there's a bit of an autistic component to it.
I got that vibe too.
I was thinking that too.
I got that vibe too. Hardcore. I definitely did. But not that we're trying to diagnose or anything, but I definitely agree that misunderstandings between conversations where it's like there's a clear implication there. Yeah, it seems to fall in that line.
Just she's
like not picking up that social cue.
The social cue, but again, taking somebody at face value. You said this, so this is the case. There isn't some underlying meaning. It is very much what you say is what I expect to get, kind of thing. And I just,
absolutely,
I love that. Yeah,
I agree with you.
I agree with that. I don't know if, because you did say that last week, and it was in response to what I said, which I never meant to imply that she didn't take things as face value. Just more that, I mean, I take things at face value most of the time, but also I'm aware of things like when I see a guy that looks hot or a girl that looks hot, I tell myself, damn, they look hot.
Mm-hmm.
We got more of that in this section.
We did. But to pick back up on that, we start off chapter 16 with a mission to sneak into Emery's office. And we got one of the craziest tropes that I haven't seen this trope in media in a hot minute, which is quick, kiss me so it looks like we're together.
Oh, but before that, there's the bath scene.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
Is that where she wants to see his coat?
I guess I just really wanted to talk about the kiss.
Yeah. She's like, he's like, are you modest? And or something like that. Are you clothed? And she's like, yeah. And she's totally in the bathtub naked. And she's like, what? I'm wearing my modesty cloth. What the hell is a modesty cloth?
I don't know, but I feel like we're supposed to know.
Perhaps.
I feel like we're supposed to know.
Perhaps it was her own little joke that she had a washcloth on, and that's what she was calling a modesty cloth.
Okay, apparently, listen, this just shows that we are uncultured swines, because apparently modesty cloths are a large variety of garments that minimize skin exposure, so mostly for religious institutions, which is kind of what I assumed.
Like the stuff that goes over your nipples?
No.
I mean, I get that. I kind of get that from the name, but
yeah.
In the bath?
It's like the wrap around your head, or
like Tarzan, maybe?
No. Like
what did it? Okay, it's a cloth. It's modesty, so it wraps around. Does it not? It's not like
that's Tarzan's modesty cloth, I guess.
I know, but she would need one too, right?
Like a hijab or something is what it technically.
This isn't Donald Duck where he just covers the top,
right? Like Winnie the Pooh style.
I mean, flashing kids for how many years?
My God.
I'm just picturing her sitting in this bathtub with like just full on bubbles. So she's just sitting under the bubble layer, fully naked, and he's like, "Whoa, you said you were clothed."
You said you were clothed, and she's like, "I have my bubble cloth." Like, I'm covered. It's fine.
He could drop the soap in the tub since the soap dissipates the bubbles.
And that is the moment when she's like, I want to see your wolf. And she's like, is it sparkly? Is it pink?
Yes.
Is it glittery, hot pink?
And I would like to point out, this is where the intro came from.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. I figured that when I read it. I was like, oh, that's where Majestic Fluffball comes from.
The Twilight references, though.
Yeah, she asked him if he would glitter.
Potentially glittery werewolves.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Really a shame that he doesn't glitter, I guess.
I know, right? Oh, he should have been hot pink.
But after this very racy scene is when we have the break-in into the office.
They had this weird dinner, and they do meet Cohen, and I have to say that I hope we get to know Cohen more. I like him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I like his use of fuck waffle.
Yes. Fantastic.
And
he seems really fun.
And his unfiltered, brutal honesty. And I also must say, what a shame it is that apparently he has declared celibacy.
I know. I was like, okay, wait, is he going to be the next guy? Because are you telling me that he's not going to fuck that girl, Amanda? You're telling me they're not going to fuck because the tension, no.
Yeah, no.
No, they are into each other. I'm just saying, there's no way. Poor Amanda.
Yes.
Is my first thought.
And then when we do actually get to the office scene, I was like, my notes are literally, this whole chapter is her feeding off of him, which admittedly is really hot.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I thought that the lead up to it was great. So like they're in there and they're like doing their like spy thingy and he's like, do it, feed from me. And I'm like, oh, he wants to be bitten so bad. He wants to be bitten so bad.
Oh, though
I was like, he is asking for it, girl.
Though one of my favorite parts he was like, what can I do to help? What can I do? And she was like, okay, hand me the turtle something. I can. And she was just like, do this.
Yeah.
And he was like,
She's like, I'm fucking with you.
And then it's like, or she's like, you want to help? Kiss me now.
Yeah, no, it was so good. He was so into it. Oh, it was so good. And you made a good point. When I said that this is why vampires need to bite people, this is what I fucking meant, okay? Mm-hmm. This is why Twilight didn't go down the road that it should have. No. He should have fucking bit her at least once.
Yeah.
At least once.
But it wouldn't be the same, though, because remember, they didn't have fangs, so he would have just been gumming it. That's not hot.
I don't know. They're pretty strong. I think he would rip open a fucking...
Right, he would have killed her, which would have been great for us, but probably not for the book. But the whole, like, fang, the penetration and stuff is where it, I mean, that's the hotness.
Yes, I agree. It's like a sexual metaphor.
Yes,
it's hot.
And
yeah. It's kind of like saying that Edward is like, I'm sorry, this is not a joke. Okay, no. It's kind of like saying that Edward is impotent.
He is.
Yes.
I'm just saying, he's an impotent vampire.
He is. I actually listened to that episode today, and he literally didn't release that shit for 100 years. I mean, nothing. Yeah.
He didn't release that shit.
Well, that was the whole theory of how she got pregnant, is he literally held that in the chamber.
Yeah.
From a 17-year-old boy.
Exactly.
That
semen was not going anywhere. He didn't jerk off or nothing.
No, and maybe that's the only reason he became a vampire, is that was the only way he could actually get hard.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
That's crazy work.
Ooh.
Yeah, so thank God we didn't have that in this book, because the biting part, yeah, it was hot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I've always...
The biting, but the conversation.
The hair grab?
Like, while there, it's just hot that goes with it.
Yes!
Yes! Let me remind you again, usually sex scenes, and I'm skipping to the next part. I'm bored, I'm like, and I'll skip,
know.
But I am reading every word of these.
Yes, Christy! Yes! That's what I love to hear. I love to hear the debauchery. Sorry to the listeners if you can hear me literally clapping my hands.
No, there's just something about, being bitten, and especially like in the neck area.
In the neck, the neck.
Mm-hmm.
And
the way he like grabs her and like he's pushing her in, and I'm like, this is one of the hottest things I've ever read.
Oh, yeah.
Take it all.
God.
Take it all.
But anyway, we've gushed over this scene, and we got so many more too. I just have to say, what a section this was. This was the start of a very, very hot romance, and then they get called away like that. Instantly, they have to go back, which I did think was weird. I thought that they would have to spend more time at Emery's, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
And to me, that is where I wish the plot was just a little bit more in the tension-wise, because it gets to a point where you're like, oh, this is getting good, and then it's like an easy way out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that. I definitely see what you're saying there, because like I said earlier, there were moments in this section where I was like, okay, what is actually going on? Because they get called back because Anna has a fever and she's really sick, and she got sick the second he left.
Yeah, I was like, that's weirdly convenient. Did somebody poison her? That
was my first thought.
And then she ended up like having the flu.
Well, they don't know for sure because she didn't go to the hospital. They got the
Yeah.
medicine that Misery prescribed for her.
Yeah, but she got medicine that was either for a viral or bacterial infection, which makes me think that she was actually sick. It wasn't poison.
Yeah.
Because isn't that the way they make it sound like later, that what Misery gets is connected to her getting sick as well? Or did I read that wrong?
It's indicated that they think that it could be connected. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't read that.
To the
or at least my brain didn't make that connection.
because they connected it back to the peanut butter, and that Anna was the only other one that eats it.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I read that as they just thought that was an attack on Anna, since they already know Anna there's people out there trying to kidnap her, and there's nobody essentially, I guess, trying to kill Misery. So why would they kill her?
But can I also point out how weird it is that they say that Anna was the only other one that eats the peanut butter? I mean, we all know dogs love peanut butter. Not to call them dogs, but come on. You got a couple of them that don't like to lick the peanut butter.
They said that Anna was the only one who ate it on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Going back to the poison thing, to clarify, I think what they were saying, and I actually have a point about this, because Anna is very sick. It does seem like the flu, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's Misery's first thought, is she's like, I know how to treat this. It's fine. We'll get her better. And something just stuck out to me. I could be mistaken, but Mick is the one that says, don't give her any medicine. Don't trust Misery. Let's get like a doctor in or something.
Yeah, he was like,
and then
I'm going to take her to human territory and I'll be back.
Yeah.
And Misery.
And I didn't like that.
Yeah, Misery even said, Mick is protesting a lot. And I was like, Mick is protesting a lot.
He is.
What the hell?
I totally agree. And then it's also him later who says, it's weird that Misery was targeted. It was Anna probably got sick because they meant to target Misery. So he's the one that connects them later. Like when they're having the conversation about Misery getting poisoned.
Yeah.
And so my thought was, did Anna get poisoned with something that looked more like a flu? I don't know.
I must have missed that part. But the thing about that is that Anna wouldn't have gotten better with the medication. If
in theory, I mean, you can poison someone with bacteria or
true,
but it does seem unlikely. I do agree with you that it's less likely that you could get sick. I mean, you could be poisoned with something like a bacteria.
We can talk about this later, but do we think that the poison was actually for Misery, or was it aimed at Anna? Because how many people actually know that Misery eats that peanut butter?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I asked the same question.
Because would he have told anybody else? I mean, I know he put it in her fridge. Of course.
And she's pretty much ashamed of the fact that she eats for pleasure.
Right.
Yeah.
But any of them have access to her fridge, so they could see that the peanut butter is in there.
Yeah, and it's weird to poison Anna by doing it through the peanut butter that was in Misery's fridge. You know what I mean? Like, Anna eats so many other things I'm sure, besides that peanut butter. Like,
Yeah.
the one thing that is different from Misery's usual diet, and it's in her fridge.
Do we know it's the one?
I don't know.
That came from her fridge, or was it just a jar of peanut butter that she picked up while in the kitchen?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, he
Because
placed it in there. He placed it in her fridge.
I know he did. But in the scene, they're just in the kitchen, and does it say that she took it out of her fridge, or did she just see it on the counter and start eating it?
I think it is taken out of her fridge because she's standing there at the fridge, like, eating it, right? And when he comes up to her, and then she turns around and she's about to, like, kiss him, or maybe they do kiss. I can't remember. And then that's when she blacks out. She's been standing there. She got caught, essentially. So I think it is from her fridge.
Okay. It's been a minute since I listened to it, and I'm a little fuzzy on the details.
No, I understand, because I'm also fuzzy, because we waited a few days to record this, which, my bad. But
life happens. I was just going to say, I also wanted to point out how cute Alex is.
He is so cute. I love him.
And he had garlic for lunch.
I know. She loves to bully him, too. She was like, I have to feed.
And then it's when she's like, oh, Anna's going to pull through. We saved her. And she's like, oh, it was mostly me. But.
But he is getting a little more, like, snarky as we go.
Alex, yeah. Because since you mentioned that, Alex makes a point to say, wait a minute, you smell different. And then he realizes, you smell like Lowe marked you.
My alpha. You smell like my alpha.
Bro. I think Alex, it's so funny because I have two different types of men, and it's so funny because it's Alex and Lowe. Like the dichotomy between the two different types of men that I like. I love a guy that is like Alex. They are so fun. He is such a fun character.
He is, and I really hope that they don't make him a bad guy.
I would rip this book into shreds and throw it away. And it's not even my copy. It's Rachel's copy.
So basically you would rip it to shreds, throw it away, and then buy a new one.
Yes. Speaking of Alex, Misery also tells Alex, this is before she gets poisoned, she tells Alex that they need a list of the men in the Human Wear Bureau in the last 5 to 10 years because she's trying to figure out who told Emery, well, they assume who told Emery about Anna, or at least who Anna's father is. So this is where that begins.
Yeah, because somebody had to tell Serena, too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And my thing is, I mean, I know it worked out and whatnot, but you never know. Did it have to be somebody who worked in the federal thing? It could have been just some random human that hung out at the border.
It's a very weird, specific direction to give him. And I think that's one of the moments where I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. It was a little easy. And then for them to be able to pull up a picture of him and be like, yeah, that's Anna's father. They look exactly alike.
Yeah, I thought it would take a little more than that. But I think we're used to fantasy writing as opposed to romance writing. So I feel like it's just a switch in the priority. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the priority is not the plot here. But I
like my books to have both.
Well, it's
agree.
going to have more plot than Twilight, so this is still a step up. Regardless.
It does.
I was about to say, I agree with you, but I also think the world building for this book kind of makes up for some of where it lacks.
Yeah.
Like, it is cohesive.
Yeah, it's good.
It's comforting.
Yeah, definitely. But
I will say this. It's interesting that Juno and Mick were both like really surprised when they found out that Misery knew about Anna.
Yeah, I think, but I will say Juno seems to be fully on Misery's side at this point, which I have to give her some credit there. When Misery starts to say, hey, I can help Anna, she she comes in and she agrees with Misery. She's like, okay, I'll trust Misery to be able to help her, which, to be honest with you guys, I thought that was a bold choice to let Misery treat Anna. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but my first thought was, y'all are just gonna let Misery assume that she knows what's going on and help her. But then again, if it was just something like a flu or the cold or something, maybe it was just that straightforward for Misery that she was like, I can handle this.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is that taking her into human territory would have been probably a bigger risk because she isn't human.
Right.
So,
yeah. So, but that is the moment where I was like, okay, if Juno agrees with trusting Misery and Mick does not, what's going on? And Juno kind of writes it off as Mick being really protective of Anna because he's already lost a child. But I'm not ready to give him that benefit of the doubt.
how did he lose a child again? Do we know?
I think it's assumed that it's to the vampires or humans.
So,
Yeah, it's not fully explained.
but if that's the case, well, but thinking along those lines and with what you're going for, if his kid died by vampire or human hands, then it might follow that he would have been loyal to Roscoe and Emery and infiltrated Lowe's pack.
Yeah.
It depends on if he blames Roscoe for putting his wife or his mate and child in that position. Like maybe, I mean, I can see what you're saying, but I can see him being loyal to Lowe.
Yeah.
But I can also see
Yeah. I'm kind of back and forth on it too because he's being a little suspicious, but that could just be like a very obvious red herring.
Yeah.
But then I would have no one else to go on at all.
Well, I do feel like it has to be somebody in Lowe's inner circle.
Yeah.
Because they are pushing the Emery thing really hard.
Yeah.
And
it's Kendall.
That would be fine with me, but I think it's gonna have to be someone that like hits you in the heart. That's why I'm kind of worried it's Alex.
Yeah.
So I would rather it be
Yeah.
Mick.
Oh, me too. I would too. I hope it's not Alex. I will be very upset. I will be very upset.
generally,
I trust him.
Caleb all over again.
If it's somebody... Generally, if somebody's going to betray you, it's going to be someone you least expect. So...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to hit the emotions.
And that could be why he's always afraid
Yeah.
of her.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
He's
It's possible.
pulling the wool over our eyes with his cuteness.
Mhm.
Ugh, don't do it to my heart. Now, Lowe takes Anna's fever really seriously, and he gets really, really scared. What, Brittany?
He ends up sleeping with Misery.
Yes, she gets to comfort him, and I just thought it was very, very sweet.
It was adorable.
Yes.
See,
She comforts him, and she's
Those
just
are
like,
the
it's
moments.
okay.
those are the moments that I love.
Yes, I totally agree with you. Those are the good moments. This is what I love about romance. The connection. He sleeps with her in her closet, which is also cute later. Which I
How
was
did
like,
they
I
both
can't believe
fit?
he's in here. Yeah.
I mean, when I was a kid, I used to sleep in my closet just for fun.
I did too. I would
But-
hide from people in there.
Yeah. But I was a kid, so I fit. And I might...
Must be a big closet.
It has to be, because, like, I didn't grow that much, so, like, as an adult, I probably could have squeezed into my closet, but not comfortably. Like, I'd have to be in squished ball position.
Yeah, it must be
Also,
a big enough closet.
nothing must be in that closet.
Could they not? Well, yeah, because even Anna slept in there with her, but could they not cover the window so she could actually sleep in the bed?
I kind of agree.
They could. They totally could.
Yeah, but that would ruin the magic of them being stuck in a closet together. Now, not long after all of this happens, Misery actually calls Owen because she's concerned about if there's any lasting effects about feeding on werewolves, mostly for Lowe, not really for her.
Or just anybody in general. She's like,
right, because she's never
feeding?
done that. Yeah.
Is it bad? Are there consequences? Tell me, bro. Also, awkward conversation to have with your brother.
Yeah, he asked her if she forced him, and I was like, oh my god, that's terrible. He was like, what did you do?
Although technically speaking, and I appreciated Owen for this, he was like, I don't want the details. This is disgusting. I'm your brother. I don't want to hear this shit. So I was like, thank you, Owen. I appreciate that
thank
very
you,
much.
Yeah. He said, keep it at just need to know.
He also told her to just fuck it out.
Just
fuck it out of your system, dude. Just fuck it out.
One of my favorite quotes from the entire section, especially when he says it again later and he's like, I thought I told you to fuck it out. Just deadpan. But he's like, don't do it again. No more feeding.
Yes.
Fuck it out of your system.
Because apparently it creates a bond between the two of them biologically.
Which kind of makes sense for like vampire lore, I guess.
Usually that's like the thrall lore, which she can do.
Yeah.
Is it dependent on the amount of blood that they drink or just the number of times that they suck?
From my impression, it was the amount of times that she sucked him.
Yeah, I don't know if it's per gallon. But I don't know. He's like, basically is like, it's not a good idea because vampires are afraid of lasting
relationships,
romantic or any kind of relational.
Yeah, they're like, we don't have bonds between people because we need to fucking mate as many people as possible to make more babies.
So sad.
Which honestly sounds very familiar, but
Okay, but with that in mind, because like to go off on like little side weird conversations. I mean, could that mean you could go around sucking a bunch of people over and over and like make a ton of best friends?
Well, see, I don't think the goal is to make babies, so
that might not be a good idea.
It would make a bunch of boyfriends and girlfriends possibly. Which fun power. Maybe I'm crazy for that, but it does sound kind of fun. I can see why they said you should never do this because that in the wrong hands.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be horrible with power. I would not be the person you give power to.
Same, girl.
I think y'all would do fine with power.
Oh, fuck no. I would abuse the ever-living shit out of that from like...
You heard how I responded. I was like, Imagine the way you could change the world.
I know, right? You just need to suck some people off and then...
I was about to say, but I don't know if I would want to suck certain people's blood, even if it would give me a little bit of control,
So going from our very weirdly inappropriate conversation to something very, very wholesome.
Okay.
As a former librarian worker.
When did we do wholesome?
I know, right? But as a former librarian worker, I was tickled pink that Anna read Llama Llama.
Oh my gosh. Anna. Well, but you worked in the children's department, so you knew what that was. And I literally thought of you because I was like, one of them's going to know, but I don't know this book.
I know it because I remember putting it up, but I didn't actually read it. But I remember there's a bunch of different Llama Llama books.
Mm-hmm.
They are
Llama
popular.
Llama mad at Mama, and they all rhyme just like that. But it's a very popular book series.
Yes. I love that it was mentioned.
I like llamas.
I love libraries.
I do too.
Hell yeah, libraries. Anna also gets a giraffe from California that she names Sparkles too.
It's a pink giraffe, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So it's making me think that Allie, what's her name? What's her last name? Hazelwood. It's making me think that Allie Hazelwood has a thing for the color pink.
Possibly. I think so. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
No.
Yeah. I do think it's great how she writes Anna, though. She has a flair for including children without it being a pain, I guess.
And annoying.
Yeah.
So we go back to the peanut butter and the licking it off his thumb.
I regret it. I don't regret it.
I was like, y'all. Okay, I did want to point out something in this scene. Now, her and Lowe, he catches her eating the peanut butter, and he kind of asks her about getting Alex to see if he can find anything on Anna's father. And there's a scene here, I could be crazy, but I swear it's the second time that he read her mind, because she thinks to herself that she needs to bathe to avoid smelling like phlegm. And he says aloud, "Does phlegm smell?" And she didn't say that aloud.
I didn't catch that.
I didn't either, but I have a hard time with what she actually says out loud and what she doesn't, because I'm listening to the audiobook.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah, no, I went back and read it again because I was like, wait, huh? And it's on page 242 if anyone wants to look at it. I was wondering if it was possibly their bond forming, or I don't know. I was just wondering because...
Does that include hearing each other's
They
thoughts,
don't really
though?
know what's going to happen. I don't know. Well, they don't really know what's going to happen when the bond forms. So I was thinking, like, maybe they don't know it's happening, but it is.
He is in for a wild ride if he really gets to hear all her thoughts.
They get psychic connection in the mate bond?
I think I'm mistaken. I just realized, well, I think I'm overdue for my nightly bath just to avoid smelling like phlegm. After that, I have a hot date with Alex. So, yeah, no, she's saying it out loud.
Ah.
My theory has been ruined live in the episode. Well, at least I went back and looked. But for a minute there, I was like, wait a minute. But that's a very sweet scene when they...
It is. And I like the flirting.
Yes.
Really... I don't know why I'm focusing on this, but the whole peanut butter on the thumb thing and the... It's just, it's an image that is replaying itself in my head over and over again.
She also asks him, like, validly, not directly, like, what are we, but what's going on between us? And he's like, it can just be us. And I don't know why, but it was so... I love him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
My God.
The thing I don't get is in chapter 24, in his little part, he's like, oh, she doesn't need to know about mating because then she'll still be free. What does he mean by free? What is her when is not knowing
I was thinking
freedom?
Maybe she wouldn't feel an obligation.
Yes, I think because she has never been free her entire life, that he doesn't want to hold her to something else that is beyond her control.
Yeah.
He
wants her to make the decision.
But, like, I'm still saying, when is the lack of knowledge freedom? Because he's taking her choice away.
I understand why you would say that, but I also understand where he's coming from.
Yeah. It's not that he's making the right choice. He's trying to do it for the right reason, but is still, like you said, it still is taking a choice, but he's just not seeing it that way.
Yeah. Because once she knows, I mean, the way that Misery has always sacrificed for the people that she loves and the way that she acts with the people that she loves, he's worried that she would just immediately be like, oh, I'm your mate. I guess I have no other option. And would not want to leave him to suffer without her in any way. Because they've already had all these conversations about that.
Yeah, well, I wish he can read her mind. Because she literally is like, I wish I was his mate, but I'm not going to tell him that because...
Right? I wish they would talk.
Yeah, I think he's wanting her to come to it on her own, that she wants to be with him because she wants to be with him and not because she thinks she has to be, or that it's a designated thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
Who else was shocked that he was white?
What do you mean?
Like, as a wolf, that is not how I pictured him at all.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't mean like that.
I was like, I was about to say, I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of characters in modern romance are white. Like, I was also surprised, yes.
No. Wolf form.
The silence
Oh my
that
God.
followed that.
I'm confused. I was like,
Just the,
what?
what do you mean? Oh my God.
No, wolf
I-
form white. That's not how I pictured him when I pictured him as a wolf.
Yeah, no, I was also surprised that he was a white wolf.
I tend to only picture white wolves, so I wasn't as surprised.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never picture white wolves. I always think gray or darker.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. But what happens is Misery gets poisoned, and then she wakes up, and Lowe has been so freaked out by her poisoning. He's been either sleeping in front of her room, or he's been taking care of her personally, and just like pacing back and forth. He's been very, very concerned about her. She was out how many days?
5 days.
Yeah. Long time.
5 days.
And they bring in
Yeah.
a vampire doctor, and that I just wanted
Dr.
to.
Averill.
Yeah. I wanted to bitch slap that doctor. I'm going to have to inform her father of this because
Yeah,
he
I was
might
like,
take it as war.
bitch.
They should have just killed him right there.
Yeah, he obviously, whenever she wakes up, she's concerned. Hey, are our parents mad at each other? Like, is Lowe gonna be in a war with father? But no, nothing happens. But it was annoying that Dr. Averill was just immediately like, I'm gonna have to inform everybody, which I kind of get it, but still.
I mean, the war only starts if she dies. She didn't die. So, there's no reason to tell her daddy.
Especially her father is not going to give a shit. He's going to be like, is there a body?
Right.
And they're going to say, no, she's still breathing. And he's
like,
she's
darn.
Brittany is like, but did you die?
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you die?
But did you die? No, she did not. I also
And-
love when he nudges her back into the room. He's like, go back to sleep. My mind went nudge.
Eh.
A Mercy Thompson. It's a Mercy Thompson reference. Nudge.
Yep.
Whenever Adam,
Wants some alone time together.
yeah, nudge. But she ends up sleeping with him in the closet, and he curls up on top of her in wolf form because he's like, oh my God, you're alive.
I would totally cuddle with him.
Yeah, same. It's like Seth all over again.
I know, right?
Yeah, the
Seth
first
was
time
a
he
white
cuddles
wolf,
with
too.
Darcy like that. Is he a white wolf?
He is.
You're right. Okay, why did they have to be white? Why is it always white?
I think it's because white wolves are rare.
Yeah, stupid. I want a black wolf. But anyways, so we get a brief flashback to the moment when Serena and Misery have to move out of their collateral residence. And this is when they have to usher in a new collateral for the vampires. And
That poor
The
kid
memory-
that they brainwashed.
yeah, that poor kid. And Serena's very protective of him. She's like, if you need anything, you let us know and we will get you out of here. But the realization of that memory comes with a realization from Misery that she's starting to care about people, care about things besides Serena. And Lowe is one of them. And she wakes up, she wanders downstairs half naked, wrapped in a blanket, and she interrupts the
A
meeting.
modesty cloth.
Yeah, a modesty cloth, if you will. And he tells her to go back to her room, except she realizes, wait, he's not talking to me. He's talking to everybody else in this room. So he dismisses the entire meeting and all of his seconds and everyone because he's like, I need to talk to you. I love him so much, okay? The fact that he was just like, you're awake, everyone get out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he tells her that they're not at war.
It's probably like, ooh, my wife is half naked. Everyone out. Go. You can't see this.
Mm-hmm.
This is for my eyes only.
He does tell her that they are not at war. She's more upset with the fact that her father now knows that she eats peanut butter.
Yeah, I know. She's so ashamed of that.
Yeah. And then he informs her that Anna has been sent to stay with Cohen, although she is the only one that knows about that. Because he was very worried about her safety, especially after the poisoning and getting sick and all of that. And they realize that they're not really sure if Emery is the bad guy here.
So the break-in at Serena's apartment, that was recent, correct? Like I didn't...
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So in other words, they only broke into her apartment after they're now searching for answers and searching for that connection. So that means it has to be someone in the inner circle that knows what they're doing. It's maybe working like with the loyalists. And I even, as much as I like Cohen, what if he is a bad guy? What if he is actually working with Emery?
I'm confused. How did we... I don't know. I'm kind of confused how we went from... I'm trying to understand how your mind went to... It has to be someone from the inner circle looking for something in the apartment.
Well, so no, what I was saying is if the apartment was just broken into, then that would have to mean it is somebody in the inner circle because they know that they found out more about the connection between Serena and Anna. And so they're going back to look because they were the ones that figured out that it wasn't that she was going to meet Anna. It's that somebody told her about Anna and they're trying to find out who that is. So maybe that somebody is in the inner circle and they're worried that there is something that connects them back to it that Serena wrote in the apartment. So they went back and broke in. Otherwise, they would have broken in long ago to look and not just now.
It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be one of the werewolves. Like, what if some humans kidnapped Serena and they've been torturing her this whole time, trying to get information out of her about, say, Anna or whatever, about the financial whatever. And
I'm also not sure that how many people know that they have this connection because very few people know.
Exactly.
So
the only person who knows really about Serena, I thought, was Lowe.
Alex knows about her too. They're searching. Alex knows as well.
Well, that's true. Alex knows.
And I think for possibly Nick and Juno.
He doesn't know. He knows that she's looking. He doesn't know why.
Right. But if he is the person that told her about Anna or knows that there's some sort of connection to him, then wouldn't he go back to try to figure out if there is anything in that apartment that can connect as they're trying to search? It just seems odd that all of a sudden...
I'm not sure if... Yeah, no, I agree with you that it is odd that it's... And for the listeners, Christy has jumped ahead a little bit when we find out that the Serena's apartment was broken into. But I'm not sure if Serena's apartment, what they're looking for in that apartment is necessarily a connection to Anna. We don't necessarily know that. Anna is in the confusing part about this plot is that Anna is in the center of everything, but we don't actually know if what they want is Anna. We're just making assumptions this whole time. You know what I mean?
No, what I'm saying is what I think is that somebody in the inner circle, now that they know that there is a connection between Serena and Anna, or that's what they're looking at, if they were the one that told Serena about Anna, Serena could have written their name down or their information down, something that connects them to it. And so they're trying to go back to find that information to make sure they're not connected.
But that's what we're trying to say. Is Alex knows that they're looking for Serena. That's all he knows about Serena. He doesn't even know about Anna.
He does if he's the one that went to her. And maybe just the thought of Serena's name being brought up has triggered somebody to say, oh shit, so they must be looking at this and they're going to figure out that there is a connection between them.
And, well, I mean, at this point in the book, Lowe is canonically the only one who knows about the Serena-Anna connection. So I'm not really...
I think that follows the assumption that Alex has either told other people or that he knows more than he's letting on, which I don't think that's the case, but I see where your mind is going, but I don't know if I believe that Alex is one of our bad guys, although he is one of the people that knows more than others.
And it could be
Like, confirmed.
somebody else, like Mick or Juno, that just happened to know. Maybe Alex told them, or somebody in there.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's why it got broken into now.
How would they have blocked out the camera when Alex is the only one technologically capable?
Mm-hmm.
That we know of.
That's true, too. That we know of.
I mean, we know that the governor is somehow involved.
I don't know. If it is, it's in some like
he's
dumbass
barely
kind of
involved.
way. Yeah.
He's somehow involved.
He's a moron. He can't be.
I agree. I think he's a moron. He may be the pawn of somebody, but he is somehow involved.
It could be I wonder to his wife, because she seems kind of like psychotic.
Yeah, we get this scene where Lowe confronts Governor Davenport about any information about, is his name Thomas Jalakis?
Mm-hmm.
Thomas
something like that.
Jalakis
or something.
Jalakis
is how it's
who is considered to be Anna's father. Yeah. And he says, Davenport says, oh, yeah, we knew him well. He died recently. Such a shame. And then Lowe fucking...
his lying, smelling ability.
Yeah. Lowe's like, I know you're lying. And he basically bullies him into admitting that someone had Jalakis killed.
Which, to bring that up, if Alec was doing something, or if somebody in the inner circle, which I do think it's somebody in the inner circle, because again, betrayal,
it's gotta be, right?
Betrayal only hurts if it's somebody you trusted. But wouldn't he be able to smell their lies? How are they getting around that?
It's a good point. It does make me wonder. It makes me wonder if it could be a situation like, what's that kid's name at the beginning who like tried to attack her, but he's like 15 years old?
Oh, Max?
Yeah, it does make me wonder if it's a situation kind of like Max's, where it's like the person doesn't really know that much information, and so they're kind of kept at a distance from someone who is actually pulling the strings.
Well,
but
plus, too, they would have to actually lie, which means he would have had to ask them if they were part of it. And he has made the assumption that his pack is not. Therefore, they've never had to lie to him.
Right. Yeah. It's not looking good for Alex, based on our assumption.
It may not be
I
Alex.
did tell...
I think it could just be somebody in the inner circle. Somebody that knows and is reacting to it now.
If it's somebody from the inner circle, they have to be working with somebody who has the ability to knock out those cameras. If it's not Alex.
Yeah.
If it's not Alex, which Alex would know how to knock out the cameras, presumably.
Right.
It does make me... I was talking to Rachel briefly about it, because I was like, if it's Alex, I will riot. And I said, if it's someone who is not on the page, like if it's just a random person, I'll be more disappointed.
No, I would be pissed off, because that's one of my biggest things about the Mercy Thompson series, is that we never get to see the betrayer. We never got to know them. So you can't exactly guess who it is. But so I am, it better be somebody on the page.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't want it to be Alex, but if it is him, it's better than if it's some rando.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be Cohen either.
I don't either, but he's so perfect that I feel like he would be a really good person to betray them to Emery.
The only one I could really see is Mick, Juno, or Alex, which Mick is a little suspicious, but I have a feeling that could be a red herring.
Yeah.
True. And
Alex would hurt.
Yeah.
Well, because even
and
for...
I will say, though...
Go ahead.
I will say that I hated Juno the moment she stepped on the page. Yeah. And now I'm like, oh, she's cool. So for her to go from, I hope this person just, to, oh, I like her. And then to go back to...
That would be bad.
That would kind of hurt.
And that would be weird, too. Yeah.
Well, one thing earlier that I thought was a little bit strange, and tell me if I read it wrong, but so when they're at Emery's and they're upstairs and they're all like, sucking and smooching and all that kind of stuff. And they're like, oh gosh, the guards are almost here. And then it's like, my God, they're taking a really long time to get there. Like they could have gotten the computer stuff left and gone home by the time. But then you find out later that it sounds like the guards came up, realized they were there, went back down to Emery, told her, and then, and it was like, wouldn't the guards have just immediately come in and stopped them unless there was some other plan in place, like they expected.
They wouldn't stop their alpha, and technically Lowe is their alpha, from making out with his wife. And the way I read
Fair point.
The way I read it was that it maybe didn't take as long, but because of the whole like focus on the romance, that it felt
like longer. Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay, it felt odd that they would hoof it back downstairs and be like, "Ooh, he's making out upstairs."
Speaking of making out, when Misery gets up from her nappy poo after not being poisoned anymore, Lowe gives her a bath and confesses that he thought of doing all of this the night that they met. And can I just say, my heart, I was just swooning all over the place. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
I would like to ask about your little people that don't use washcloths are weird.
Yeah, I was hoping that would trigger one of you. Because I feel very strongly about this. It's funny because Johan and I had just talked about how when he and I met, he did not wash with washcloths. And I remember being like, so, what is wrong with you?
He puts the soap directly on his body?
He uses his hands. He washes with his hands. Well, he doesn't do that anymore, but he did. And I know people do this, but I think that's kind of crazy.
Okay, but a loofah is also acceptable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
She's like, I'm just making sure I'm good.
Okay, because I just can't use a square of carpet to wash me. Like the OCD does not.
Oh my God.
I think I would, that would not be pretty. But
I mean, I can understand that if it's like too rough for you or something. But for me, it's just I'm calling y'all out. The people who just use your hands, how are you feeling clean?
How are you like getting all the dead skin off?
It sounds like a whole different kind of conversation. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Brittany?
I said, how are you getting the dead skin off?
That's what I said too. That's how I feel.
You rub real hard.
Yeah, you rub real hard. Yeah. And so I'm like, the people that don't use like an aid when you're washing, how do you know you're really like getting in there? Like, it's not enough.
You feel it. I'm sorry. You're making this way too easy.
I can't get past the rub real hard.
So you just rub real hard.
And that's how you get it off.
You could get carpet burn,
but that's
if you use a washcloth, according to Christy.
I got you, Brittany. Getting off.
No, I'm getting it. I understood. Oh my God. I understand what's happening. I'm not completely lost.
Although it so cracks me up, that text. So I can't remember what the conversation was, but I think it was Brittany that sent, a little bit of an explicit funny text. And then Lily responds with something to the effect of, sometimes I forget just how different our senses of humor are.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had to be like, I wish I could tell you I thought that was funny. I'm trying to be nice.
Oh my God.
I'm glad that you guys can bond, though. I'm glad.
Which, again, ironic that you're the youngest. We're the most juvenile.
See, the funny thing is that this isn't even really when I watch a movie, I hate slapstick humor or just kind of, I don't know, in your face silliness. But when I'm with y'all,
don't get me wrong, some of it's funny, but some of it I'm like, all right,
guys,
it's so on the nose. Yeah. I think I like funny. I like things that are out there silly, which usually you guys don't find funny. So I get it.
Like what?
I don't know. Off the bat, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I've I've definitely like shown Brittany like videos before at work, for example, and she's just standing there like, and I'm like, yeah, I understand. You don't get it. It's okay. Like, that's how I feel sometimes when I watch those videos. I'm like, okay.
What was it?
It's okay.
Like you could run me off. Like you could outrun me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like you could outrun me. That's so funny to me. As if you could outrun me. That and this is the skin of a killer, Bella.
Oh my God. That is funny. And there was a car parked in front of my work that they were going to tow that literally had that on there. And it was hilarious. It was all glittery.
Yeah, I have.
This is the skin of a killer.
Wait, can you see it? It says tit soak. This is the skin of a killer, Bella. It's a common phrase nowadays to see it all abbreviated like that. Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but the Bella, where the hell have you been, Loca? People abbreviate that to just the first letters, and it's a long-ass abbreviation. And it doesn't... If you're a Twilight fan, I can see that and instantly recognize Bella, where the hell have you been, Loca? That and tit soak.
Tit soak. I've never seen the tit soak part of it, but yeah.
This is the skin of the killer.
Uh-huh. But it was hilarious because, yeah, their little bumper sticker had their faces on there too.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's good stuff. Okay, back to the book. But they have their bath moment. Then he takes her to the closet.
Which I was just gonna say, like, I love this moment in books where the main male character washes the main female character, but I don't know if I could ever...
No, I could never do that.
Let somebody... I mean, somebody could, like, wash my hair in a salon kind of thing. But...
Sure.
I don't think I could ever let anybody wash me.
I agree. I'll read it. I don't think I'd ever let anyone do that. I would be far too embarrassed.
Right.
And she's not embarrassed about it.
Especially a newbie. Maybe if it was like, Travis or something, perhaps. But...
Sure.
I would be worried about the bubbles. You can't do silent in the bath.
What? Wait, what'd you say?
Well, you can't do silent in the bath. Bubbles give you away. And let me tell you, a long time ago, this is a long, long time ago when I was dating like this psycho, and he had taken me to this like hotel spa thing. Now, granted, on the way there, he told me he didn't want to see me anymore, but we were going to do the weekend. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck, really?
Okay, he was a psycho.
But one of the things that they do is they give you a bath. So you get in a bath naked.
What?
And this lady with scrubbing pad on her hand comes in and scrubs you down. Now, there's no bubbles. There's nothing in that water. And it was like the weirdest shit I have ever,
Yeah, no, that would not be happening. Nobody would be touching me.
It was...
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It was creepy.
Nope. I would not do that.
It's very creepy.
I will...
It was also in Arkansas.
I will...
You're like, just saying, just putting that out there.
I will soak in a tub with a man holding me.
Yeah, absolutely.
There will be no washing.
Yeah, this was an older lady.
Yeah, something about that is weird.
Ew. Yeah. Just
no.
Okay. If I'm not going to let my boyfriend wash me, I'm not letting some random old lady stranger touch me either.
Fuck no. No.
She came into the room. Like, initially I thought it was just a bath, and she came into the room and I was like, oh no.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. No. I do think it's sweet in the bath scene though, where he's like, she laughs in the middle of it, and it's like a sweet moment where they're like kind of giggly. And then afterwards he's like, you went limp in my arms and I was so fucking scared. And he kind of like is just very soft and honest with her. I love a man that's in touch with his emotions. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. He's just very much like, I thought I was going to lose you. Oh my God. It's a moment. He takes her out of the closet. Wait, he takes her to the closet.
Right. whole different conversation.
They laid out in her closet bed, and then he goes down on her. And maybe this is TMI, but when a guy gets off while he's going down on a girl, I think that's really hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's TMI, but...
But also, he's like, no, you just came, so I have to eat you out.
Yeah, no, he was very adamant about it. He was like, it's a wolf thing. Let me get down there. Like,
Okay.
Got some business.
I have no words, but I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you do your thing. You do your thing. You do your thing. I'm not going to fight you on that. But who interrupts their very steamy session? But
Owen. Big bro. Is it Big Bro? It's Big Bro, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, Big Bro.
Yeah.
I mean, they're twins.
Yeah, but I think he's born
like
first.
A few minutes early.
Yeah.
But he basically says, congrats on surviving your first assassination attempt, which is factually incorrect because she has
like
been...
her 20th.
Yeah, But she answers the call, and I'm like, why did you answer a video call? Why didn't you just answer a regular call, you freak? And he's like, what the fuck is going on?
Did I interrupt something? 'Cause
Yeah.
ew.
Like, you guys couldn't have just, like, talked on the phone. It had to be a FaceTime. Like,
Even then, why is she answering the phone at all?
yes,
Like,
I agree.
I'll
I am
call
right
you
there
back.
with you.
Why would you have the phone in the closet?
Yeah.
I'll call you back. I'm busy right now.
Poor Owen is like, stop eye fucking each other in front of me. He's like, stop that right now. I told you to stop that. Oh, that is funny as hell. But that's when
Which
he
is
tells
funny
her.
because they're married.
Yeah.
They're married.
Yeah.
What do you expect
I
a married
agree.
couple to do?
Yeah. But that's when Owen tells her that Serena's apartment's been broken into, and then they have to meet up to talk in person about something else. Which, at this point in the book, they are kissy, kissy, buddy, buddy. Like, I'm wondering if the seconds have picked up what's going on. Because nobody said anything to them, but I'm like, they have to know they're fucking, right?
You gotta smell it.
I mean, they can smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they can smell the marking, they're probably like, and some of them know that she's his mate.
Mm-hmm. I'm just surprised they haven't. I don't know.
Slipped?
I'm surprised nobody said anything. Yeah.
He probably told them to keep it to themselves, knowing how Lowe is thinking about this.
We do get a moment from Alex where he's like super sweet and he's like, thank you for helping Anna. And he like hugs her and he tells her that he found a connection with Serena, which you were getting at earlier. This would be extra sad if he is the one that's betraying them because he's making a point of being like, oh my God, thank you for helping her. You know what I mean? Like very sweet and emotional about it. But yeah, he confirms that apparently Serena met with Thomas Jalakis. We kind of talked about this already. Davenport
apparently a man whore.
Yeah, apparently. But we find out he's dead. He died 2 weeks after Serena disappeared.
Which, nice clue and all, but also a letdown. Couldn't you
Yeah.
just drawn it out just a little bit more?
Also, a convenient end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very convenient. And that's when he gets all huggy with her.
Uh-huh.
And he's not afraid of her anymore. I don't know. Maybe if he wasn't there and did realize there was nothing that connects back to him and that the only thing that she could connect, that he's dead.
Maybe.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to continue to make the case for Alex, but it's hard not to.
No. I think it's fair.
Again, it's got to be someone.
It's a fair point.
And he just was too different.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't scared of her all of a sudden anymore.
To be fair, she did just almost die.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, she also did have sex, and maybe he smelled that and was like, "Okay, you're a friend."
I can smell that you fucked my master or my alpha. So
My master.
yeah, I couldn't think of the word alpha, so it came out master.
Oh my God.
I can smell that you fucked my alpha. So now we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, after this, we get another sort of sex scene because he asks her to feed on him again, which, he loves the teeth, man.
Yeah, but the whole...
I would be right there with him. I'm not going to
Does
lie.
he know about that fact that the more she feeds, the more entangled they get?
Not yet.
Are you sure?
No. I don't think he does, because she hasn't told
Are
him.
you sure?
It sounded like a thing that the vampires don't talk about.
Yeah, I don't think he
Owen
knows.
was like,
Maybe a secret friend told him. Just in.
anyway. But,
He marks her again while she's feeding. And he also kind of confesses to her a little bit.
she died, and the doctor was like, she has to feed more often. The fresher, the better. And so he's like, yeah.
He's like, well, you need to feed, so
It's
I'm
a
on
good,
in.
Yeah, it's a good thing I heal quickly, so take it all.
Yeah. I thought that this was going to end up being a sex scene. He said something like, of all the good things I've felt in my fucking life, you're the best. I thought we were going to go all the way, is what I mean. But we didn't.
Is this where he tells her that they're not physically like?
Yes.
Which,
What?
Allow me to explain.
Okay, please.
I would be happy to explain as someone who is the degenerate of the three of us,
Really?
who reads a lot of AO3. I read a lot of fan fiction, and I read a lot of weird fan fiction, I'll admit it. There's, in the Omegaverse tropes, because it's, like, based on animals and, like, wolves predominantly, usually the alphas have something called a knot, and basically when they finish inside of their partner, the knot swells up at the bottom and they get stuck inside the partner for a period of time, which I guess is based off of animal physiology. I don't know. That could be completely made up, but anyway.
okay,
So he's basically telling her he can't fuck her because her body's not made to take a knot.
Sorry.
Okay, so
You're so welcome for me explaining that.
I knew that there was something in this book called knotting. I wasn't sure what it was. And I knew that was the Omegaverse thing. That is not what I expected it to be. And
What did you think it was going to be? I would love to know.
Well, how big does he swell? It can't be that big. Maybe they just hang out for a while, have some tea.
It's big.
I mean,
So
No, it's supposed to be much bigger.
it's not the first time, if that's the case, it's not the first time I've encountered this in books.
Yeah.
So in another series that I read, the one that's coming to mind, it was the female who her vagina like clamped down on the
Oh my
man's
lord.
penis.
Oh my god.
And so
It's
they
kind of
had to,
scary, I'm not going to lie.
yeah, so after I guess the vagina detects the sperm, it clamps down. And so they just have to sit there and talk to each other for a minute.
That's kind of so like in the Omegaverse, usually the knot is intended to create pregnancy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's the case. That was the case in this book too. That
Yeah.
was the
like it's pushing it through.
like no, it like holds on to the
It
So the-
ensures that you can't separate so
Yeah.
that you have to have a sperm take.
yeah. And
You're
and
more
it was-
likely to be pregnant.
I've read books where there's like keep it in.
Yeah, I've read weird alien shit too. I've read alien weird stuff too. There's monster romances out there.
It just feels like he would be sticking his regular head up her vagina and just holding it there and pushing it up into her stomach. I don't know. How would that get the semen to take?
Because if it
Yeah.
knots, it like makes sure that the semen can't come out.
Yeah, it inflates a little larger than the rest of his penis. We're gonna have to cut some of this because this is ridiculous. But basically, if the penis is like this big, then the knot is like this big.
Yeah.
So it's like once the penis is in, that's normal. But then when it's inside the vagina and it inflates in the vagina, it means that he can't come out.
Okay, I get what you're saying though. I think because
Yeah.
when you're having sex, some kind of drips out later if you don't use like a condom or
Yeah.
something. So it keeps, okay, then that actually makes
Yeah.
sense. Never mind.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like that doesn't make them incompatible.
Johan's probably hearing this and being like, what the fuck? And personally, I agree, Brittany. I think they're going to have to make that thing fit, and it is definitely going to happen regardless. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, and if
You
anything,
can stretch. If you can give birth, that thing will stretch.
yeah. Yeah. I was going to say, first of all, the vagina stretches. And second of all, if he's that worried that it's going to be so big that her vagina
I think he's worried about hurting her.
Stretch enough that, and again, the vagina stretches enough to put a baby through it.
Yeah.
If it's that big.
It can't be that big,
That he could just pull out before he comes.
Yeah. That's literally what happens in the fics if they don't knot someone. You know what I mean? He's being ridiculous, in my humble opinion. Boy, fuck her. Get your head out of your ass and give her the good dickin', okay?
And again, that does not mean you're incompatible. You can still do it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't.
That's actually kind of hurtful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd be like really hurt if somebody told me we weren't compatible.
Yeah, no, I'd take that as a challenge immediately.
I'll make it fit.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, oh, really? There's nothing wrong with my body, so
yeah,
we're going to make that work.
I love that she was like, at some point, I don't remember, didn't she be like, you look like you have the right equipment?
Yeah. And he's like, you don't understand. Now, he doesn't say, if I recall, he doesn't say anything explicit about the knot.
He makes her feel it.
But yeah, he makes her give him an orgasm, which then shows her how it works. Yeah. So.
Which, way to explain why you're not compatible while getting off.
It's so funny because multiple people who pitched this book to me were like, yeah, there's some different things in it. I don't know if you'd like that. And I'm sitting here thinking like, baby girl, I've read some weird shit. I promise it is not weirder than some of the other stuff. Allie Hazelwood is tame.
Yeah. I mean, I've read some things that are weirder than this, if that's all that it is.
Yeah, right? Like, Ice Planet Barbarians is tame, and they're weird too. I mean, anyways, I could go on forever.
Also, I believe cats, like lions and stuff, they do stuff like that.
They have barbs, don't they?
Yeah.
I might be mistaken. Yeah. So, anyways, after that is when they go and visit Davenport. There's some cute scenes with them picking out a gift to bring to bring Davenport. Yeah, that's a hookah misery. She calls it a bike pump. And then he suggests like an urn, and she's like, that's someone's grandpa in there, Lowe.
See all those dust particles? Yeah.
Yeah. They pick an ashtray shaped like a polar bear.
Once they decide, they're like, we don't really actually like Davenport, so
it doesn't matter, does it?
Let's just get something shitty and move on.
So, but I did think that there is a moment when they're talking to Davenport and he's making a show of inviting her in. We do find out that the Aster was actually an act of revenge, or at least the Wares considered it an act of revenge on the part of the Wares for the way that the vampires were treating the Were bride. Yeah. So that is an interesting tidbit to add.
Yeah. Did either one of y'all get the feeling that the governor was literally trying to start a fight between them?
Yes, 100%. Yeah. And I wrote down, why does he want them to argue?
Yeah, it was like, what's that show? Like The Real Housewives create drama so I can watch it?
Yeah. It kind of was like that. Yeah. But turns out Davenport eventually admits to them because Lowe gets very violent. He says that Jolakis was killed.
He didn't get that violent.
True, he got pushy. Let's say that.
He got frisky.
Yeah. He had Jolakis killed because he was talking to journalists about some embezzling my administration was involved in. That's what Davenport says. Which is where we find out, was he just talking to Serena about financial stuff and maybe just mentioned Anna? Or did Serena find out from someone else?
Yeah.
So something's missing here, in my opinion. Like, this isn't adding up. We're missing information. Misery is missing information. Lowe does float the idea that Serena was blackmailing Thomas, or Jolakis, not the other way around, as they had been discussing. And then Lowe drives her to meet with Owen not long after that.
Owen and Gabby.
Yes, he arrives with the collateral, Gabby, who Misery thinks is Lowe's mate. This is when he says, I asked you to fuck it out. He just sounds so inconvenienced, and I think that's why it's funny.
Like, ugh. Y'all are
like,
still fucking each other.
Yeah. Can you like take that somewhere else? God.
Oh, and Owen announces that he's going to take over from Daddy.
Yep.
And she's like, yeah, no, my brother is insane. And I know what happens to traitors. And this is going to be bad. Because my brother's insane. And
he looks at Lowe and he's like, any tips on staging a coup? Which is like crazy.
Yeah.
But Lowe backs him.
Win.
Yeah. Yeah, Lowe's like, all right.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Lowe didn't seem to be the biggest fan of
Father.
Daddy Misery either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daddy Lark.
Daddy Lark.
Oh, I think he hates for what he did to Misery alone. I think he hates him.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think Owen also doesn't like, I mean, he admits to her that one of the main reasons he wants to do this is because he wants to stop the collateral program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which makes things easier on them. They also find out, as you had mentioned earlier, that they find out from Gabby that the way that Serena's apartment was broken into and they can't figure out who it was they tampered with the security footage and they said that it was jammers, which I'm not an IT person. I don't know what that means. I think it interrupts the signal.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Yeah. Something like radio frequency interrupted the signal.
Like a cell phone jammer. It just means that it can't send that signal. So, yeah. And then you can do it for, instead of having to target just one, you can target any within that specific area.
That's crazy.
Also, love that Lowe doesn't seem to know much about Gabby.
Yeah.
And Misery's like, and y'all are supposed to be mates? Like, what's going you don't seem to, what?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She's finally putting some stuff together. She's like, wait a second. What's going on?
You don't seem to care.
At the end of the chapter, she seems to have put together, wait, all of those things he said before, he does a lot of those for me, not for Gabby. Wait a minute. I'm typing in my notes. Has she finally fucking realized? Like, girl, he doesn't interact with anyone but you, basically.
Yeah.
So we kind of ended there. What are you guys' thoughts on this section? What do you think is going to happen in the next section? Theories?
Clearly, we are going to get some answers next section since it's the end of the book.
You know, I wonder if the traitor who knows about Anna is actually Misery's father.
That would be good, but that would be more, I guess, or actually less impactful than if it's somebody from his circle. But I don't know. Yeah, I think it's going to be somebody from his circle.
What would the vampire king want with a half werewolf?
Nothing, but the chaos that it creates.
I think it's more that he wants to undermine the power of the werewolves so that they don't have to continue bartering with people to be safe. So it makes me wonder if he was just looking for any kind of information to hang over Lowe's head.
I can see that.
If that does happen, I mean, it would make sense, but it wouldn't be as satisfying as like a real betrayal.
Yeah.
I think, and I mentioned this before in another episode, but I think whoever took Serena is going to take Misery.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, give us Anna and we'll give you back Misery. And she'll have to like sacrifice herself, but not really, for Anna.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's
she was
fair.
Like, yeah, she was like, I would never.
Yeah, she said that so clearly. It has something like that has to happen.
Yeah.
It's a good theory.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I would almost love to have it where they take Anna and then Misery comes after them and like shreds them.
Yeah. Oh, I wish. That would be cool.
I could see that too.
I would like for Misery to be like badass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited to keep reading. I actually had a tough time stopping reading at this point because I was like, has she realized? And then I wanted to keep reading,
Mhm.
But I'm very excited to get to the next episode.
In which she will definitely realize that they are mates.
She better fucking realize, because I will lose it.
Well, she already did. I mean, she straight up said that
She
did.
basically does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we hope that you'll join us for next week's episode. We'll be discussing Bride chapters 25 through the epilogue, so we're going to be finishing up Bride. New episodes drop each week, and don't forget to check out last season's discussion on the Twilight series, available now.
Please remember to like, subscribe, and follow us on social media. That like and follow are super important for us to continue to bring you new episodes each week, so please, please, please do so. You can also support us by joining us on Patreon. Thank you for listening to the Midnight Readers podcast. We'll see you next week.
Happy reading, listeners. Don't stay up too late.